Welcome to the Joycast. My name is Tamika, and today we are in the southern United States, in Atlanta, Georgia, actually. And we are going to be choosing between 3 female names. And the names today that you can choose from are Sharon, Myrtle, or Magnolia. That's Sharon, Myrtle, or Magnolia. For those of you who chose the name Sharon, that corresponds today with the flower, the Rose of Sharon. And it's a beautiful deciduous shrub or tree that has these trumpet-like flowers that bloom in violet and pink and rose and white. And they're an absolutely gorgeous shrub. And they can be very small, but they can also be very big. And they're in full bloom here. Rose of Sharon has been a favorite flower of kings and queens for centuries, so it's very much associated with royalty. It's also the national flower of South Korea. So if you've chose Rose of Sharon today, then here's to your abundance. Let's just celebrate the abundance that is right there in your life. You are in full bloom, you are abundant with the flow, and that could be joy, it could be respect, it could be love, it could be money, it could be gratitude, it could be opportunities. So whatever you're in the flow of abundance with, this is an opportunity to celebrate that. And if you're sort of not sure where your abundance is coming from right now, then you need to focus in on some of the places where it is abundant and really amplify your attention toward what is abundant in your life. And I'm going to choose an angel card today for you if you've chose Rose of Sharon. These are healing angel cards. They all have these wings on them. And isn't this perfect? You got gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. The stars will shine brighter upon you. All in your world will become lighter. Good message. So if you've chose the name Myrtle, the flower for you today is called Crepe Myrtle. And where I am here in Georgia, Crepe Myrtle is absolutely everywhere. It is all over the place, and they're pinks and purples and violets and rose colored, and also a beautiful white color as well. Crepe Myrtle is known for its long-lasting flowers that bloom. They can bloom from May until October, and it loves the summer sun. It just thrives in the sun, so maybe you also thrive in the sunlight. And there's also a gentleness because the flowers are like crepe paper. They're a crinkly softness, and you almost like you want to lay down in it. They're so gentle. So this brings for you a message of gentleness, to be gentle with other people. And so we can amp up that energy whenever we need to and just soften the edges. So if you're already someone who's very gentle with others, maybe the message for you is to be more gentle with yourself. And if you're, let's say you're the person that does everything for everyone else, then what about giving some of that compassion, softness, and gentleness back to yourself so that you can be renewed, and then your wellspring will stay abundant and you'll be able to keep giving to others. So that's the message for you. Also, this was the one that stuck for me in my experience with Crepe Myrtle on this trip, has been the white, beautiful white Crepe Myrtle flower that as it was shedding its flowers on the ground, it looked like a bed. They look so soft and beautiful. You could look like you could just sleep in it. So I'm gonna ask you if you've had enough sleep lately, and also to remind you that between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is when we have our deepest renewal sleep. So the body is regenerating itself. This is where you hear this whole beauty sleep idea. So between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. it's really important that we be asleep as much as we can. Let's choose an angel card for you. Wow, this one is called Heart Song, and I will read this to you. It says, "What is your heart saying? Stop and listen. Your truth lies within the empty spaces between your thoughts. Your truth shines through from within your soul. Your truth is that which is eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love." Love also for yourself. So that's it for you. So last but not least is the magnolia. It can be a tree, it can be a bush. It's a beautiful, sturdy plant. It can be evergreen, it can be deciduous. The magnolia is a very, very powerful symbol of sturdiness because it has these large, striking blossoms that capture people's attention. And it's not pollinated by bees or butterflies, it's pollinated primarily by beetles. So there's this hardiness about the magnolia. So magnolia is very popular here in the South, and it's actually the state flower of Louisiana and Mississippi. And Korea is coming in a lot today because it's also the national flower of North Korea. So with science, we have found fossilized magnolia from 20 million years ago. And we also found members of the magnolia family from 95 million years ago. So that tells us that there is a real sustainability and a real sturdiness to this flower. It's pretty amazing. So these are messages for you if you've chosen magnolia. You are made of tough stuff. You are made of strong stuff. A magnolia tree is such a brilliant tree that it does its best, and it certainly looks its best when it's not crowded. So you may need to give yourself a little bit of elbow room in your life, and that may be that in some way, shape, or form in your life you need more space. And so there is an additional message for you if you've chose magnolia. And interestingly, the magnolias, I saw a couple of flowers, but for the most part, the magnolias were not in bloom this time that I was here. So the message, if you've chose this today, is that things may not be in full bloom or full flow for you at this very moment. And that is okay because you're made of tough stuff. And remember that following the ebb always comes the flow. And that is a cyclical phenomenon that's very important. So it's okay if things are in ebb at this moment. It's not going to stay in ebb. It's going to come back to flow. But you are made of tough stuff, and your reserves will carry you through this time. Let's pick a card for you. You get the card called Achievement. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Thank you for joining me in the Joycast today. It's been a pleasure to be with you, and I hope you've got something special. Please share the Joycast with your friends. Tell them about it. And we look forward to connecting with you next time. Namaste.